All right, greetings everybody. This is Lady Empath, the humanitarian here. And as you guys can see, I'm actually here working out at the gym, and so I just paused and so I can go ahead and do this video, which I actually tried to do yesterday. If this is really low, my apologies, and my apologies for the background noise, but I just wanted to grab the moment when I had it, to share something with you all. As you all know, I'm an empath, and I like to share my journey and my story, as well as any wisdom and insight that I feel like I receive. And so I've been, doing a lot of energetic work. Most of you all know that I'm about that I'm very open and receptive to holistic modalities and Reiki healing and healing utilizing crystals, and just noticing and understanding that at the bare basic level that everything is energy and vibration, and most of the issues that we have are, you know, related to some vibrational or energetic issue. And so I've been doing a lot of clearing and detoxing and all types of things, and so a lot of progress in a positive way has been happening. And I just want to share and hopefully encourage some of you all, especially those that could resonate with me and kind of my story, that you know what, it's okay to embrace what comes with the change, the good and the seemingly not so good. When we start stepping into our own power, when we start honoring that, those initial stages are gonna always feel kind of uncomfortable, and you'll always have circumstances and or individuals that don't really like that and they can't handle that. And it's not a slight against them, it's just an acknowledgement that that is where they're currently at. And when people are used to you a certain way, and when we are used to handing over our power, if you suffer narcissistic abuse and have lived codependent and have put others before yourself and denied your truth and all of this stuff, we still sometimes default to that mode. But then when we realize, like, wait a minute, and we just start asserting ourselves and just having higher standards, and that's when the truth and reality of individuals and circumstances come to surface. No matter what they may say or portray to you, the test is when you're no longer a puppet or entertainment purposes for someone. And when you voice something that bothers you. And the irony is, individuals typically expect you to hear them out when something bothers them about you or what you did or didn't do. But when you voice something about what bothered you, they typically can't handle it. And that's when the gaslighting starts. That's when the, transference and projections and all that stuff, the defensiveness. Because ultimately, they were who they were, and the moment you stop playing the mode of what they wanted, their real character, their real spirit, their real intention, and all of that comes to surface. You can only hide for so long, especially when, people are being authentic and, and you're not, maybe, and even if you subconsciously don't even know. I know I said a lot, you guys, and I just did this on a whim, but the reality is we live in the matrix, and people are awakening at their own pace, and some may never, we don't really know all of that. But with that said, that means we're going to be dealing with individuals that are what I jokingly call the walking dead, because their consciousness is asleep and they're primitive. And when I say primitive, I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I'm just acknowledging that the primitive nature, the ego-based nature, is all about survival. It's all selfish. It's all, it's based on scarcity. It's based on domination. It's based on that. And when people live primitively, they're going to act primitively. So in other words, they can't handle, adult healthy exchange of conflict, because we should be able to express when something bothers us empaths. People don't have a problem expressing what bothers them about us. They don't have a problem saying what they want different or what they don't like or what they feel like, you know, whatever. So we're so used to that because of our past. We need to continue to do the energetic healing and clearing, which is what I've been doing. Been working on my Akashic records, been channeling a lot of the smudging I do, the Reiki energy, the crystal energy, the mantras and affirmations and yoga and all these things, because there needs to be a rewrite of the story. Okay? We need to let go of the guilt, the shame, the false sense of responsibility. Sure, we should be loving and care for others, but not to the extent of our demise, or not to the extent of what's resonating with us. If something feels wrong, it may very well be wrong. And even if it's not wrong, we have the right to want to take out the time to evaluate a thing properly and bring it up, and should not fear that, and shouldn't be shunned for it because someone else don't want to, or they don't care enough to want to deal with that. For an example, expressing that you have an issue with a person or something that happened or something doesn't sit right with you, if it's done in a proper manner, the healthy response would be a person engaging back with you and saying, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to be that. Okay, well, let me explain this. If they care for you, okay? And so we're always overly apologetic and going to all these extents to try to make people comfortable. So when people can't do that and they get defensive, we have a right to disconnect. And that's the encouragement I want to give to you, beautiful empaths, sensitive souls, those who have survived narcissistic abuse like myself, or just going through your awakening and enlightening journey and trying to self-love and self-service and self-honor more, so that you can serve the collective consciousness. You can then, from an authentic, healthy place, because you're first doing it for yourself, to the best of your ability every day. And so I've had some experiences here recently that has led me to this conversation here on YouTube. And I just want to bring you guys hope. Like, keep going. I was being triggered so that I can face and release certain things. Allow that energy to flow through. Face it instead of trying to squelch it. Acknowledge it, thank it, bless it, and release it. And then hold my power. And don't look back. Hold your power and don't look back. We have a right to be here just as much as anyone else. Okay? We have a right to greatness and great things and to shine and all that just as anybody else. Now is the time for us to come out of the shadows, stop diminishing and minimizing ourselves, and stop tolerating things that are not high vibrational, and stop lowering our standards. If folks ain't, in a vibrational state of living to be close and personal in your world, we shouldn't feel guilty about that. It's one thing to want to service and help people who are ready for that service and help, and who are going to honor that and appreciate that and acknowledge that. And then we can provide that from that kind of a place. But the other stuff, sometimes people just want to sponge off of the energy because they don't want to do the work themselves. They want to get it by osmosis. They don't want to commit to their own awakening and enlightening process. And so, but they are attracted to the energetic work you've done. They don't realize that that is what it is. They don't realize that their interest in you and their attraction to you and the desire to be around you is more than meets the eye. It's more than the physical. It's something about you, and it's energetic. And we put in too much time. Those of you who are on this journey and you're committed to your growth and healing, to just give it away and be zapped and drained from people who are not going to value you and appreciate you and have nothing to reciprocate on a high vibrational level. Okay? All right, you guys, until next time, self-care for you. Find a way to have fun. That's what I'm doing today. I've had some stuff to upset me a little bit, little irritants, but I'm going to finish with the exercise and then find a way within myself to just simply enjoy the day, because that is also important for us to, in order to be able to continue the journey with joy and ease, or with a little more grace, and to find the solutions from within a little easier when we have that divine balance to the yin yang, which is the masculine feminine energies. Okay, all right, until next time, you guys stay blessed. I'm wishing you all well, sending you all love and light. Namaste.